Welcome to the Business Chaser, your quick pour of strategy, clarity, and momentum. We skip the small talk and get straight to the strategy here in these bite-sized episodes. We're here to help you grow smarter, market better, and chase what matters, all in 15 minutes or less. I'm your host, Lauren Najar, and today we're going to be diving into messy action. Tune in and let's chat. Hello, welcome to the very first episode of the Business Chaser side note of our Business Over Cocktails episode. I'm so excited to bring this new style to you. Business Chaser is designed to give you the quick little educational pieces of actionable items, marketing strategies to help you in your business and in your life. So what you can expect from the Business Chaser. So Business Over Cocktails is a podcast where you will hear the full interview of either myself or whoever I am interviewing on Mondays. And then every Friday, we'll have a Business Chaser episode being released that will give you the quick, bite-sized, actionable strategies for you in your business. It'll either be myself or with somebody else, whoever is the guest that week. These will be released on Fridays. What you can expect from these episodes, they're not going to be longer than 15 minutes. They might even be shorter than 10 minutes sometimes, but they're going to be right straight to the point, no fluff, going to give you motivation, going to give you the strategy, giving you all of the inspiration and the opportunity to expand so you can build business your own way. This first Chaser episode, I would love to give you a pep talk. I think this is a perfect way to kick off our Business Chaser episodes. And it's going to be a pep talk for you, and it's going to be a pep talk for myself, and just a reminder to myself that we're into messy action, and messy action is what we need to do. So first, I want to kind of give you a background onto how I even created this podcast. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm most active on Instagram at Lauren Najar, and I post on my stories pretty regularly about all of the things I'm building behind the scenes. I get audience feedback and client feedback a lot from my polls. And so for the last 6 months, I've been taking you for a ride as I've been creating this podcast. You have seen it in real time. I remember posting on New Year's Eve before I went to any parties. We were posting about the name. I was brainstorming with ChatGPT about names and concepts and all of these things. And I've taken you along for the ride every step of the way. I've taken you along that I was recording my first episodes. I have shared clips already. And the podcast at this point isn't even uploaded to any platforms yet. I haven't even released the name yet. So I've taken you along for the ride. And in my mind, Business Over Cocktails for me is going to have a lounge vibe. It's going to have a vibe where we're comfortable and we're speaking and we're having a really good conversation. And of course, it's called Over Cocktails. So naturally, you would think, okay, fine, you're probably going to have a cocktail. Well, I record these episodes a lot of times in the morning. And so I don't drink in the morning. And we're not doing this at a speakeasy or a lounge. And so I want to bring you in on the fact that yes, this is messy action. This is messy action at its finest. Messy action within alignment, I will say. So this is something that has been very thought out. This is something that I'm very excited about. And so that's why it's so easy to execute. And so for me, for years, I've been getting messages about how I need to start a podcast. I have a very soothing voice, which may or may not be true. But the fact that people want to hear a podcast from me has always been in the back of my mind, and I was trying to find a way forward on how I wanted to create this podcast. I definitely knew I did not want to create a strictly educational podcast. I don't know the exact point, but there was a point in time where then I decided that, yes, I want to create a podcast where I'm going to be learning about the stories behind my favorite entrepreneurs and business owners that I've known for years that maybe I don't know as well as I do. And so I'm going around and interviewing them and finding out more information about them. And I just absolutely love hearing about their stories. And so this is something that I definitely want to listen to. I would be a fan of. And I love listening to things and conversations that ask really different questions. I don't want to know, of course I want to know maybe their success and I want to know behind the scenes, but I want to know why their business, why they do what they do, what is their specialty, why they even did this in the first place. And so when I thought of these things, and then even having the Business Chaser series as part of the podcast, I got really excited because it marries a lot of my loves. I love teaching. I love coaching. I love providing education. But at the same time, I could easily have not done this because I don't have a studio. I am actually right in my office, in my home. I have a microphone that this is literally the first episode I'm using the microphone for. I have already recorded 6 other episodes where I've just been using this as a microphone, which pretty good quality if I say so myself. The camera I'm using is on my computer. I do have a camera up there that I will use in future episodes. And I'm doing it messy. I am learning as I go. I don't have a podcast team. I don't have an editor. I don't have anything. I'm learning this on my own as I go. I might eventually down the road and probably very soon hire someone because it is a lot of work, but I am doing it messy and I'm learning as I go. So there is something that you want to do, and I know it. There is something that you have been holding back from. There is something that you want to execute on, things that you want to go to, want to create, and you have yet to execute on it because you keep wanting it to be a polished version of whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe you are even a little bit of a perfectionist. I do have a lot of perfectionist clients where we have to talk through these things and just start. Fear of failure, if that is something that you're experiencing, I want you to fail, and I want you to fail fast. I want you to fail multiple times very quickly because that is how you get feedback, and that is how you get better and better quickly as well. So you have this vision for a reason. You started this business for a reason, or you have this project in mind for a reason. And the reason could be so many different things, that goes to your purpose and that goes to your why. And it's about, why you want to build your business. If it's because you want to travel more or be debt free or have more money and be comfortable or retire your husband or whatever it is, you have a reason. That reason's very powerful. And that's why you started your business in the first place, which isn't easy to do. Now, the reason why you're not moving or not taking that step forward for whatever reason, you have fear, there's imposter syndrome, and you don't want to be uncomfortable. So you stay in your little comfort zone and you continue to play small. Now, I want you to think of something. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about the thing that you really want to create and the thing that you really want to accomplish or the level that you want to reach. And I want you to think about how wonderful that feels if you are taking the right steps for the next year and you get there a year from now. It's wonderful, right? Now, I want you to do that same thing and close your eyes. And I want you to envision, if you don't take that step forward right now, where will you be a year from now? And if it's probably where you're going to be stuck in the same position as you are right now, a year in the future. That's uncomfortable too, right? Is that more or less uncomfortable than just taking that first uncomfortable step? I guarantee you it is probably easier to get over that fear and get back to the reason as to why you started this in the first place. So back to building a business or building a project or doing it messy, you also deserve to do something that doesn't look like everyone else. It does not need to look polished, perfect like everyone else's. It just needs to represent you and reflect you. And that's what's going to be more successful. And that's what's going to be your bread and butter. And that's what's going to drive you to the success you desire and the next level version of yourself that you desire. Stop listening to what everyone else thinks you should do. I did zero consulting on even if this podcast format is going to work or not, or if it's a lot of work, I don't care. Like, this is my idea and I wanted to go after it. You deserve to create something that is exactly you and represents you as well. Now, your voice matters. And if you feel like it doesn't, or maybe you're just a small fish in a big pond, you have a little corner of that pond, right? You have a little area that people may be following you. So your voice matters where you speak. Your work matters. We need differentiation. We need you to be different. Your way of doing business is so powerful. It's filled with ease and it's so unapologetic if you want it to be. You can act in alignment. You can have ease in your business and you can show up unapologetically when you are in true alignment to what you want to do and who you are as a person. Magic can happen. So if you needed this, if you needed to hear this, if you needed to hear this motivation, share that with me. message me on Instagram at Lauren Najar and tell me what your takeaways were and if you needed to hear this message. And if you feel like someone in your life needed to hear this, please share it with them because we need them. We need to hear their voices. And I have a challenge for you this week. I guess this is our action item for the week. Make this week the week that you move, even if it's just one little step forward, could even be a side step to pivot, but move in the direction of the thing you keep talking yourself out of. Stop making excuses. Stop stopping yourself. Make this the week that you take one little step forward. Also, this is called Business Over Cocktail, so we need to do a cheers. So a virtual cheers to you for building something bold, for being honest with yourself and being fully yours and showing up for yourself. Because it is easy to get yourself lost in this world, in this industry, in this business as an entrepreneur, listening to all the noise in the online space. It is very easy and it can happen very quickly where you lose yourself. And so this episode is for you to be reminded of who you are, your purpose, your reason for doing what it is that you want to do. So move this week. Send this to someone that needs to hear this message as well. And I'd love to hear what you're moving in and what you're moving towards and what it is that you are aspiring to do. I'd love to hear those stories. And so don't forget, there's new full episodes, Business Over Cocktails, every Monday. And then every Friday, we're going to have the Chaser episodes. That will be your motivation to get fired up, to take action, and to build the business that you really want. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.